Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I am here to share a very interesting story with you. Before going to the story, I shall request you to subscribe the channel because the channel is made for English literature and grammar. If you are a lover of English literature, then stay with us, join with us. And another extra information is if you are a student of English Honours from SKBU University Purulia, then you can take my offline and online batch located in Purulia town. Okay, fine. Let's begin the story. Oedipus the King, three Theban plays written by Sophocles in Greek language. Sophocles is one of the three ancient tragedians besides Aeschylus and Euripides. He wrote over 120 plays in total, but only 7 are survived in a complete form, such as Ajax, Antigone, Omen of Trachis, Oedipus the Rex, Electra, Philoctetes, and Oedipus at Colonus. The Oedipus King is a collection of 3 plays: Antigone, Oedipus the Rex, and Oedipus at Colonus. The first play of this trilogy is Antigone, although its time is happened at the last after the Oedipus at Colonus. Oedipus the Rex was written second, but the story begins with this book only. Third book at this trilogy is Oedipus at Colonus. This whole trilogy deals with a character, Oedipus the king, Oedipus who murdered his father and married his mother unwillingly. But when he discovered the fact, he blinded himself. Now we shall discuss about the characters of the story Oedipus the King. First and main character of this trilogy is Oedipus. He was the protagonist of Oedipus the King and Oedipus at Colonus. He was the second husband of Jocasta. Jocasta is the wife and mother of Oedipus. She was Creon's sister. Next character is Antigone. She was a daughter of Oedipus and Jocasta. Therefore, she was a sister of Oedipus also. Next character is Creon. He is the brother of Jocasta as well as brother-in-law of Oedipus. Polynices is the son of Oedipus. Tiresias is the blind soothsayer or prophet. Haemon was a son of Creon, who was engaged with Antigone. Ismene is the daughter of Oedipus. Theseus is the king of Athens. In the book 3, Oedipus at Colonus, he was kind to Oedipus. The final character is Eurydice. She was the wife of Creon. Now let's discuss about the themes of the plays The Oedipus the King. There are a long list of themes present in the story, such as fate versus free will, guilt versus shame, search for truth, action and punishment, limitation of free wills, etc. Themes are very important to know about the play, how the play has been written, what was the inner meaning of the play, and how we can read the poem rightly, etc. Now takes a quick glance on summary of the plays. For our better understanding, I shall go to tell the story of book 2 first. That is Oedipus the Rex. Then the third Oedipus at Colonus and the first Antigone. So let's begin. A town called Thebes has been struck by plague. So many people gathered in the front of the king's palace to take help. Oedipus said to the people that he had already sent his brother-in-law Creon to another city, Delphi, to take an advice how to take control of this situation. He returned to the king's palace with a terrible message that the plague will end when the murderers of the king Laius is caught and executed. And Oedipus took a promise to find out the murderers. Tiresias was called to king's palace. He was a blind prophet. He can see the truth, but at first he refuses to tell the truth. When King Oedipus gave pressures on him, he disclosed the fact that Oedipus was one of the murderers. After hearing of these prophecies from Tiresias, the king Oedipus warned Creon and Tiresias, who are conspiring against the king, according to Oedipus. After Tiresias leaves from the palace, this opinion that was given by Tiresias troubled him so much. But Jocasta, the wife of Oedipus, widow wife of former king, solved the problem with various reasonable arguments. Jocasta said all prophecies are false, so need not to worry him. Jocasta said how it can be possible because King Laius was killed before Oedipus came here to Thebes. Oedipus tells Jocasta long years ago he was a prince of Corinth. There he heard an information that he was not original son of Queen and King of Corinth. After hearing this, he fled from the home and came to Thebes. During traveling to Thebes, he was captured by a group of robbers and he killed them. It was his self-defense. It was the same place where King Laius was killed once. So it may be Oedipus who killed the king. To prove this puzzle, he sends for a man who was survived in this attack. He was a shepherd boy. In that time, a messenger came to the palace and said that Oedipus' father Polybus was died in Corinth. After hearing this, Jocasta said, now it had proved that you had not murdered your father, because now he was died and you are here with me. Me means Jocasta. Later he added that he knew Oedipus was not a biological child of the king and queen. He also knew that Oedipus was given to the king by another shepherd. So Oedipus was not a real son of King Polybus and Queen Merope. Oedipus now wanted to know about the another shepherd who handed over the boy to the king Polybus. Now Jocasta tried to stop the investigation of truth because she knew that it might cause harm for all. When that shepherd came to the palace, at first he did not want to disclose the fact, but at last he disclosed by the threatening of Oedipus. He said that the child whom he handed over to the king Polybus was actually came from the house of Laius, and it was Jocasta who gave the child to the shepherd to kill him. But the shepherd felt sorry for the infant and he decided to hand over to another shepherd who came from Corinth. Now Oedipus realized that he was the murderer and he married his mother. This investigation for truth leads himself into suffering. He immediately entered into the palace to see Jocasta. He found he hanged herself, and Oedipus takes the pins from her robe and stabbed out his own eyes. He is now blind and wants to go outside from Thebes as an exile. He said to Creon to take care of his daughters Antigone and Ismene. This is the only summary of Book 2, Oedipus the Rex. There are two another summaries of Book 1 and 3. I shall post all these summaries later also. So stay with us, join our paid courses located in Purulia town, and never forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you all.